What's the deal? What's going on, y'all? We back with another reaction. I appreciate all the love and support I've been getting on the page. Like I said before, run me up, smash that like button, subscribe to the page, show me some love, leave them comments. Everything is appreciated. I appreciate the first time viewers and the last time viewers. Even if you don't come back, I appreciate the view. I appreciate the comment. So without further ado, y'all probably seen this judge on TikTok before, but this is him right here because he be going crazy on people.
And there's a fatality as a result.
Yes, sir.
Can you please read to me what happened?
Yes, sir. This crash happened back on December 24th of last year. Officers were advised of a four-vehicle crash at 5:37 a.m. on the 6300 block of I-45 South here in Harris County. Investigators observed massive damage on a Chrysler, indicating a head-on impact, massive force damage on a Mitsubishi, indicating a T-bone impact to the driver's side. Officers spoke with the HFD firefighter who was on his way to work and observed the Chrysler strike.
And she's pregnant too. What the fuck?
Mitsubishi. The Chrysler cut in front of him, causing him to swerve to the right and hit an Amazon truck. He states that this defendant was the driver and sole occupant of the Chrysler, and the driver of the Amazon truck confirms the wheel witness's story and stated that he clipped the Chrysler as he was coming to a stop. The complainant was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced deceased. Officers observed an unopened beer can.
I don't know if people in here ever been to court, but if you've been to court before, that shit is like nerve-wracking in a sense. So to hear all of this, to hear your charges listed out and they explaining what happened, that gotta be like a nerve-wracking feeling.
In the driver's seat of the Chrysler, this defendant stated that she was the driver and that she struck the vehicle. They observed a strong odor of alcohol on her breath, red glassy eyes, and slurred speech. She was transported to the hospital, and a DRE arrived, and she was Mirandized, and she waived her rights. She stated that an SUV was stopped in a lane, and she tried to swerve to avoid hitting it, and then crashed into the other vehicle. She admitted to consuming 4 to 5 12-ounce twisted teas and
what?
Smoking marijuana. She admitted to consuming 4 to 5 12-ounce twisted
4 to 5 12-ounce twisted teas. You're pregnant.
teas and smoking marijuana.
And smoking weed. You see the judge, he about to go off. And what I was about to say, with a lawyer like him, you going to jail. Look the way he dressed. You are going to fucking jail. I'm sorry. You going with the low fro like that, with the bullshit suit on. The suit is like your armor in the courtroom. So how you dress it determines everything. Look at him. What?
And alcohol in the car while she's driving.
Yes, sir. SFSTs were done. She scored 6 out of 6 on the HGN. She did not have vertical gaze nystagmus, and officers observed a lack of convergence. They were not able to do the walk and turn and one leg stand due to her injuries of a broken arm and sternum. There was a blood warrant and residual search warrant that were done, and her blood, Your Honor, came back at a 0.025 for ethanol, and she had 0.025, yes, sir. And then she had marijuana and cocaine in her system.
And what's
What? That's crazy. I'm not even gonna hold you. What in your system? That's a shame, man. That poor baby. See, this would be saying, man, these kids don't ask for this shit. That's fucked up.
We worked out an 18-month probation offer with 7 days as a condition, Your Honor.
That's not the fact that there's a dead body in this case. Why is it not an intoxication?
It's a causation issue, Judge. We looked at it for an upgrade, is my understanding, because the other vehicle was on the roadway. Legally speaking, there's a causation problem, Judge. So that's why we came to the agreement that we have the families on board.
See, Judge wanted a manslaughter charge. He said if it's a dead body involved, Judge trying to send her to prison. He like, I don't understand how y'all couldn't come to a different conclusion.
I'm not going to say it. You have a dead body.
And he's denying that.
She has cocaine in the system. She's got foods in the car while she's driving, and a dead body. I'm not down with that. No, we're going to have to do something else. But I would be remiss a week in jail where we have a dead body.
Yes, sir.
And to me, just because you're 9 months pregnant doesn't factor anywhere in my mind, Miss Sanchez. Ma'am, look at me. While you're about to give life, you took someone else's life.
That's deep. Damn.
How many lives are now ruined because of this?
Damn, he took it there.
Not only yours, how about everybody else? Every single day in Harris County, someone is maimed.
Hey, everybody in the court, look. When he started doing that, it got real quiet.
Just because you're 9 months pregnant doesn't factor anywhere in my mind, Miss Sanchez. Ma'am, look at me. While you're about to give life, you took someone else's life. I'm sorry. How many lives are now ruined because of this? Not only yours, how about everybody else? Every single day in Harris County, someone is maimed because of the DWI. It's sick that we lead the nation in fatalities. And I don't know why.
Yeah, the public defender is like he got a smirk on his face. And this a public defender. Oh yeah, she's definitely it's over. This a public defender. This ain't even a lawyer. It's a lawyer. It's not a paid lawyer.
To charge you with intoxication manslaughter, but to me, a week is insufficient. It's not enough.
Yes, sir.
So,
We'll go back to the drawing board and get
Go
a
back,
reset judge.
but-
Yes, sir.
I'm ready to set this case for trial now. So unless we can work something out today, I'm saying it gets set today.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Damn.
Now, I understand that a fatality did occur, but the reason why they weren't able to charge my client with intox manslaughter is because this accident was unavoidable. If you were
Unavoidable?
yes, sir. At
Uh
the time of this accident, it was unavoidable. What ended up happening is that the deceased party spun out in front of her, and she was just going straight. The only thing that she did wrong at the day and time was drive a vehicle.
With cocaine, alcohol in her system, beer in the car at a .20. Let me ask you something. Have you ever done breath test?
This is where it get tricky because I hear what the public defender is saying. It's like, look, this accident was unavoidable. Like, I'm just driving my car straight. I'm not excusing the drugs or anything that was in her system. I'm saying she was driving and the car in front of her spun out and she hit them and she died at the scene. That's like tragic. The judge is saying, I don't care. Look what she had in her system that resulted in the death. So that's the whole part about like in court trying to fight it out with the judge and whatnot, because they could be saying, that's tough.
Have you ever blown into a breath test machine? Have you ever done those wet labs? You ever done that?
Okay.
I'm serious, really.
Okay.
Have you ever done it?
I'll go one further, Your Honor. Before being a defense attorney, I was a lieutenant with HPD.
Okay.
So I'm above and beyond. I spent 3 years doing accident division. So not only did
Talk that
I
talk.
investigated these. So
Talk that talk.
my knowledge is probably more superior than anybody in the room. I spent 3 years picking up dead bodies. And that is a true and factual statement I'm making.
Talk that talk.
So yes, sir, I have.
I did, as part of training when I was a defense lawyer, I went to these classes where we took the breath test machines apart, did all kinds of experiments, did these drinking wet labs where you drink and then you blow into the machine. And the one time we did it, we downed a bunch of booze and I blew into the machine and I was lit, right? And I blew a 14 and I was lit, man. And all I did was I blew a 14, right? 0.14. She's at a 0.2.
0.025, Judge. 0.025.
0.02.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Look at the judge. Humble yourself real quick. Think about something. Gotta be on your toes. Come on, judge.
I thought you said 0.2.
No, sir, no, it's 0.025 with the cocaine and THC.
Yeah, so 0.25 is less than 0.2, but still awful. Plus, of course, the other substance. Yeah.
So she's not 3 times or 4 times over the legal limit, Your Honor.
He really want to charge her. That's the he really wants to charge this lady.
We were discussing about Ms. Sanchez. We were discussing when for you to do your jail time. Should we have you do it immediately to where you have the baby in jail? Is that cruel and
Damn.
unusual punishment? But then again, is a dead body cruel and unusual punishment? You know, what's fair? What's not fair? I don't know.
And as a judge, that's the decision you gotta make. That's a tough one right there. That's a tough one. Do you let her have the baby in jail and have no sympathy, or do you wait until after she had a baby and then do it that way? Like, which one would you choose?
All I know is that you're charged with DWI. There's a dead body, but they just can't prove causation, and that's why you're not charged with manslaughter. But the fact remains is that we have a dead body. How do we reconcile that? You know, you're pregnant now, and I truly hope that you've treated your body well throughout that pregnancy. Because if you haven't, and you've used anything while you're on probation, you're guaranteeing yourself a life of babysitting of a potential baby that will have developmental, potential psychological, physiological issues that you'll have to babysit for the rest of your life, which is punishment in and of itself. It's not fun. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. The agreement that you guys have worked out is 30 days in jail as a condition to probation for 18 months. As part of the probation, does she have any prior DWI staff?
No, Judge.
Any other criminal history?
Damn, what he gonna do? He gonna send her to jail right away, or he
Juvenile
gonna
history
wait?
only, but nothing DWI.
Like, even though she fucked up, but it's like your life is in somebody else's hands.
What all were you wanting done on the probation? Correct.
Yes, sir. We are asking for DWI education class, a victim impact panel, guardian interlock, no refusal, no drugs or alcohol, random UAs, 80 hours of community service, and a $300 donation to MAP.
Is this how you understand the conditions, Ms. Sanchez? I will keep you to it strictly. I'm going to monitor you myself. You will report to me here to the court so that I make sure everything gets done well. If you are not in compliance, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You will be put into jail, and then you'll be facing up to 180 days in jail. If you test positive for alcohol or any kind of drugs, I will put you in a treatment facility in the jail. Do you understand, man? No alcohol, no dope, no driving. You must have what does she have now? Does she have a scram right now?
He not playing with her. God damn.
Has she had, do we know
So
if she's had
I'm
any
going to
violations
monitor. For a judge to say I'm going to monitor you myself, that means there's a personal interest in you. And it's going to be 10 times worse than a PO. You would rather having a PO at that point. At that point, it's like, I'd rather have a PO. At least they a little more lenient because they 9-to-5 workers, so they not really as gung-ho. But him, no. Like,
she's been on? I don't think so,
I
right?
don't
She hasn't
see any,
anybody.
Judge, no.
Okay.
She has a scram device at this time, Your Honor.
We're gonna have to figure out something about as far as the baby situation with the interlock or with the portable device. I will follow the state's agreement here. But like I said, I'm
Reluctantly.
keeping you close to me.
He wanted
From
to
now
lock
on,
her
you'll be
up.
facing a minimum of 30 days in jail if you ever pick up another DWI. Do you understand? You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, if possible immigration consequence, you can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. Hey, if you can do the repeat offender, did you get the education class? Did you say victim impact panel?
That's right.
How many?
One.
One victim impact panel. You will be required to do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. You must fulfill those.
That also got to be tough too, with the victim comes in and says what he got to say to you. You got to sit there and eat that. You can't do nothing about it. You have because you in a sense did something, whether if it was intentional or unintentional, you did it, and you got to hear and feel their pain. Damn.
Conditions. Guardian interlock, no drugs, alcohol.
He on her ass. He is not playing.
Random UA.
Lady, you better
When are you
not
set
fuck
to
up.
deliver, ma'am? What day?
August 28th.
When do you think we should do the time?
If I could request anything, Your Honor, it'd be the beginning of the year, in January 2025, the start of the year.
That's
To give her time
reasonable.
to nurse her baby and everything else.
That's reasonable.
She must get it done within 6 months. Okay. All right, ma'am, how do you plead to the offense guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty. We'll send you to this agreement. Good luck to you, ma'am. Please see the clerk.
Damn, that got to be tough. Your life is altered now. Them people all in your business. You got a lifetime of possible trauma. I mean, the public defender. I give the public defender. I give him a B minus. He held his own, especially when they tried to challenge the forensic part and evidence and all that stuff. I mean, the crime scene crash. He spoke up. He look, I did this. I was in it for 3 years. I picked up dead bodies off the road. I know what it's like. So I'm telling you what it is, Judge. I like that he stood up. I fuck with that. But yeah, on that note, I'll catch y'all on the next reaction. Like, comment, subscribe, show that love. I appreciate everybody. I will see y'all on the next one.